There is nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. What has been will come again. What has been will occur again. There's nothing new under the sun. I thank you, Father, in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, Lord. Bless this message today. It's very important for the things that's going to happen to us as people of God. Some say Christians. Okay. I'm going to agree with that. I'm not a Christian. I go by the Bible. Um, you may say I deny Jesus Christ, but I don't. Because uh, gay used to mean happy. Gay used to mean happy. It's another whole term now. It's another whole meaning. Gay used to mean happy. I used to say I'm gay. I mean I'm happy. That's in my old day. That's not these young people's day. All they know it as you're homosexual. Christian has a whole new meaning to me. It don't mean go by the Bible. It means go by the pastor. Go by the 501c3. Have you asked your pastor, is he 501c3? That means he cannot preach the whole message of Jesus Christ. You're already being deceived and you don't even know it. And you know what? You don't care. Welcome to hell. Nothing is new under the sun. What has happened to us before is going to happen to us again. And it has happened to us. Part of it. Part of it has happened to us. Let's see here. Let's go to, you got to understand that mostly all the cities now are people are getting confused. They're thinking, oh, we're going back to where we used to be and everything's going to be normal. It's never going to be normal again. Once it starts happening, they're going to take it over. It's going to change. The people that's normal are not in power anymore. Somebody else is running the government. You have to understand that the demons are running the government. These are not regular people. That's why they can tell you that we're going to put blacks in Puerto Ricans in alligator alleys and alligator swamps and then bring in incinerators and nobody checks. Incinerators to hide all evidence. You better understand that something is happening here. You better understand where you're going. And that's why I'm here to tell you where we're going. The cities are being surrounded by the National Guard. And guess what? They're all black cities with black mayors. Let me go to here. Let me start at this here right now. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. No, let's go to Exodus 1. Exodus 1. Let's turn to Exodus 1. Let's read to 5 through 22. 5 through 22. Okay? And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls. For Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died. And all his brothers and all that generation. So Joseph now, you know the story of Joseph and all his brothers. They're dead now. They don't exist anymore. It's been a long time, 70 years or however long God let him live. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty. And the land was filled with them. Why do you think? They have to give all these women these things to make them stop having babies? These pills and putting things on TV to make them have to have sex all the time and destroy themselves. No more babies. And a lot of those pills are set up to where you can't ever have a baby again. They talking about these babies dying in these hospitals. Black babies don't die like that. You hear a hospital saying all these babies die, all these black babies die. Black people, black babies, I saw it on the news. Black babies are dying more than any other baby. No, no, no. They're being killed. I stay out of those hospitals that have a lot of black babies dying. Black babies are stronger than white babies. This is not racist. This is God. Because they're exceedingly mighty. With the land was filled with them. Now there rose up a new king over Egypt. Do we have a new king? Just a new king. Do we have a new king? A new king over America. Okay, no, Egypt. Egypt, that's Egypt. Which knew not Joseph, which knew not the suffering that we have. Knew not Joseph, knew not really God or the things of God, what God has done for us. Okay, and he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Are not black people stronger than any other people on earth? Look at a black football player and look at an Indian football player. Look at a Mexican football player. Look at a from India. I'm talking about. Look at a Venezuelan football player. Look, are we not stronger and mightier than all the men in the earth? Do we not conquer all sports? You got to know we are the children of Israel. We are mightier than all the people, all of our brothers who hate us. We are mightier and stronger than them. Everything on this planet is run by black people because we made it all, we thought of it all, we invented it all. And they follow what we do, but they hate us. So they have to keep us down so that they can strive. Because if they didn't keep us down, look at Traoré in Africa. Look how far he's already got internet and got 2-point-something billion people on there already. They done took it away from Google. How did he do that so fast? Because that's why they had to have Africa put down. Without the trillion, you cannot, no man can be a trillionaire, a millionaire, a billionaire, or a trillionaire without Africa, stealing from Africa. So they had to keep Africa down. They give the guns to all of the criminals, all of the thugs. The thugs form an army and they kill all the people there. Same thing they're doing to us. Black people in America, they give all the guns and the bombs and they let the gangs just run rampant among black people and shoot them and kill them as long as they stay in the black area. But I digress. And he said unto his people, behold, this is number 9. And he said unto his people, behold, the people and the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. 10. Come on, let us deal with them wisely. Let's deal wisely with them, lest they multiply and come to pass that they are falling out any war where. Let me read that again. Come on, let us deal with them wisely. Let's deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it comes to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join our enemies and fight against us, and it gets and so gets them up out of the land. So they're worried about us leaving the land if we get into a war. Are we about to get into a war again? And remember, read this again. Nothing new under the sun. It's happened before. We got in a war with Germany, Japan, and a lot Italy. And guess what? They dealt wisely with the Japanese. They put them in concentration camps. Are they going to go to the Valley of Jezreel or Armageddon? That's in Africa. Are they losing and dying? Are all of the United States, Australia, Britain, all of these places, are they not dying? Israel, are they not all dying? Because they can't steal from Africa. So what do they have to do? Since Africa is standing up and saying, I don't want anybody else taking from me, what do they have to do? Oh, they have to go to war with Africa. They went to war with Japan. Nothing new under the sun. It's going to happen again. Now they have to say, these people are mightier than us. They might join hands and fight us. We can't have that happen. We're going to put them in concentration camps. It's coming, people. And guess what? The Christians are the Egyptians. The Egyptians had it good. The Egyptians were running around with jewels. Remember when Jesus told the Israelites to take everything before they left? Go into the Egyptians and ask them for all of their jewelry and gold and things. Anything you asked for, they gave it to them. They were rich Egyptians. Are these people around us not given everything? Aren't put ahead of us no matter what? Look at Shador. Since I'm a football enthusiast, look at Shador. They said we're going to have a competition. It was 3 guys, maybe 4. He whooped all of them, but they put the other 2 in front of him, and he's sitting on the bench. That's America, and you calling it everything's fine, everything's wonderful, welfare. It went to white women. It's a proven fact, and they only gave us piddlings. My wife was working at the school, and they said, we want to give these boys some work. And she was telling me, and I said, okay, what kind of work was they doing? Because I remember as long as I was living, it was they gave a little work to a workforce place, and all the black people, mostly, they would teach you how to fill out applications for Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, and they would go to the park and throw a little get together. So you fill out your applications. They'd call a couple people from Wendy's, all of these different places, service jobs, and they'll give you half the money that they not even have, a quarter of the money that they've given to white women on welfare. They give white women all the welfare and gave us piddlings. And so now all the black people, they didn't get a skill. They were taught how to work at Wendy's and McDonald's and Burger King. This is as long as I've been alive. Fill out applications. Teach them how to fill out applications. Teach them how to work at Burger King. Teach them how to do these things. And so my wife was at an all-white school, and she was working there, and they said they wanted to help the kids there in an all-white town, all-white school. And they said, we have some construction jobs open, and this was a bad kid. And they said, we have a construction job open for him. So we're going to take him over there and let him train to be in the construction, drive tractors. Oh, okay. And you're free? You're a free people? Look at Shador. Look at how they train us and how they train them. Look at who they put first and then call us DEI. I digress. Therefore, did not set over them. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities of Pithom and Ramesses. They set over them taskmasters. Everything's fair, house, hallelujah. Everything's fair. That's what a white folk tell. Everything's fair. You're crazy. You guys got got Oprah and all of these people, but they don't believe in helping. You ever heard Oprah helping black people? She helping homosexuals. You ever heard of the sports people helping black people in mass? No. You ever heard of football people helping black people in mass? No. We probably wouldn't be poor if all these sports people made little job things and set up things for construction jobs, and because they have millions on top of millions. No. Let me read this again. Look at the picture there. Nothing new under the sun. So what is the Pharaoh going to do? What is the Pharaoh going to do? Therefore, this is number 11. Therefore, over them they put taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens and to build for Pharaoh treasures, cities of Pithom and Ramesses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel serve with rigor with these taskmasters. They're taking all their job from them. They're giving them the hardest. I remember this one guy in New York where that garden in the middle of New York used to be all black, but they threw, massacred, killed all those blacks out of there. They found some bones in the ground. It was over a black slave. They say this man worked from sun up to sundown, and you can tell because the muscles in his arms were wore down from hard, rigorous work. His muscles in his arms were wore down from hard, rigorous work. Taskmasters. You say, House, we don't have no taskmasters around us. What are you talking about? Nothing's new under the sun. They're putting this under the belly of you and you don't even know it. They're putting this under your belly, under your eyes, and you say, oh, we're free. If you think you're free, you're lost. You're deceived. You're not free. You're not them. You're not Christians. They're Egyptians. Christians are Egyptians. That's why I'm not a Christian. I go by the Bible. I'm not a homosexual Christian. I go by the Bible. Taskmasters. Do we have taskmasters? Let me see here. Do we have taskmasters? Let's take a look. We have a lot of mayors. We have about 16 black mayors. Oh, we're free. We got these people who can tell us and change things in this world. But wait a minute. Why would the government allow that? That they can change things for black people? They destroy people who don't who help black people. They've done that all through the years. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. They destroyed. So who was our taskmasters? Let me show you. Governors. They're over mayors. Taskmasters. You cannot do anything. You cannot do a thing unless they give the okay. The mayor can't do a thing unless the governors, give the okay. And let's look at all of the governors of the United States. And you tell me when black ones come up. Taskmasters. It's being put over you. There's nothing new under the sun. Taskmasters are being put over you. This is all the governors of the United States who the mayors can do nothing unless they say so. Taskmasters. Oh, there's one. Governor Westmore of Maryland. We have one mayor. We have one mayor. One governor. Let's keep going till it ends. Let's keep going. Is there more? Is there more? Come on now. Come on. Taskmasters. Come on. Oh, come on now. There's got to be more. All these black folk in America. Come on now. Come on. Come on. What's the? Oh, there's another. No, no, no. Virgin Islands. He hadn't went through what we went through. He don't know who we are. Nope, not black. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, that's the end of it. My God. That's the end of it. Taskmasters. So we do have taskmasters over us in America. What does it say? Nothing new under the sun. Let's go back here, okay? And the Egyptians were made the children of Israel, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. 14. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service. Remember what I told you? It's nothing new under the sun. What did they give the black kids? Service jobs. They made them work with rigor in all manner of service. And guess what? In the fields. All their service. They made them serve with rigor. Okay? 15. And the king of Egypt spoke to the Hebrew midwives, which the names of the one was Siphrah, and the name of the other was Peah. And he said, when ye do the office of the midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God, and did not do as the kings of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men of the children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men, children alive? And the midwife said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women. The black women are not as the white women or European women. We're not as like the European woman. We're not like her. For they are lively, and deliverers is in the midwives come unto them. Therefore God dealt well with the midwife, Therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mightily. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And the Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that was born you cast into the river, and every daughter you shall save alive. The government just don't quit. The Egyptian government just won't quit. They want to kill every man. They want to kill every man. Why do they want to kill every man? Because men are the strength. Men are the strength. Where did I put that? What verse was that one? Women have been fooled. Let me see if I can find it. Real quick, hold on just a second. Let me see if I can find that verse. Oh, I had it, but I lost it. Let's see here. Okay, that gotta be it. Hold on 1 second. Matthew 12. Let's try Matthew. Let's see here. We'll try one more thing, then I'll get back to what I was saying. 12. 43. That wasn't it. But anyway, the thing is, the women, they want to kill all the men. They want to kill all the men because God has said that the women. I have wrote that down. I hate because I don't have that. Let me see here. It says, I have to find that later, but it says that the women, it says, God says to the women, they said to the men, teach the women to let their husbands and their children. Women are not natural nurturers. They are not to stay in the home. Women are not natural nurturers. They don't love their children. They don't love their home. They love men. Men are their glory. How they look in a dress, how their nails are, how their hairs are, how their hair is, in order to please a man, is their glory. They don't care about their kids. They don't care about their husbands. They don't care about the husband. They care about themselves mostly. When a woman gets a lot of money, she said, it's mine. She said, it's mine. And a woman on welfare says, it's mine. And she'll let the kids starve to get her $400 hair done, to get her nails done, get her toes done, get a massage. They are not natural nurturers. And so, in order to destroy the man, they put women, they sent drugs into the black communities. And it is all on record that the government sent drugs into the black community to destroy the men mostly. And it did a good job. Crack cocaine. And so when the men were destroyed come early 70s and stuff like that, early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, okay, they were destroyed. Now the women were told on welfare you have to get rid of your husband. And so now they're getting rid of the man. And now they give the woman alimony. They said you cannot have a man in your house. If you had a man in your house, you cannot get all of these things that I'm going to give you. And if that man not only can't be in the house, he can't be in the city. See how evil these taskmasters are. So they give the woman alimony. They get to leave them. They give them homes. If you got kids, and they give you a home. They give you baby food. They give you food stamps. They give you loans so you can go to college. Black women are the highest educated woman, even more than the white woman. And now they sitting around in their high positions, saying who they are. I don't want a man unless he makes how much I make. And they turn on men, black men. You're a bus driver, I don't want you. You got to make 6 figures. I don't want you. You're a janitor, making enough the janitors make good money. I'm sorry to tell you, they make good $20 an hour. I don't want you though. I'm in a high position. I'm a doctor's assistant. I'm a lawyer. Which our taskmasters has stopped us from having those kind of jobs. But the women don't care. When I get money, it's my money. I don't want a man that don't make more money than me. Now the men can't make that much money. Now I don't want you. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I can go on vacation. I can go turn into a lot of lesbians. I don't need a man. I got money. I can get my hair did. I can have sex whenever I want to have sex. But they gotta understand there's a difference between love and sex. And they're beginning to find that out in their old age. They're beginning to find out in their 40s and 50s that there's a difference between love and sex. Love, you have to dig hard in that ground to find a diamond and gold. You have to dig miles under the ground. You have to dig hard. You have to really understand what you're doing and the type of ground and the type of person to find gold and diamonds. But sex, you can get sex from anybody. If you look halfway decent, you can find somebody to have sex with you. It's given away now, but not love. Oh, they didn't know the difference because the homosexual society have put it all together. Love, which they mean is sex, lust. And now they're figuring out that love is not sex and sex is not love. Sex is the icing on the cake. It's not the cake. It's not the goodness. It's not what settles in your belly and feel good. It's not make you happy. If you eat all icing, you'll get sick. But they thought the icing was love. And now the women say, we need a man. After they did their women's club and all these churches, these churches got to have women. So what they do, the churches are the most evil places on the face of this planet. Most of your people of God, all your 144,000, they don't even go to church. Churches have evil pastors because they want to keep these black women single because black women will bring in some money for you. Now they, what do you want to do, black woman? You can be a pastor, yeah. He's not gonna go against a woman. She bring in all that dough, that bag, that money for him. He's not gonna go against her. So he's gonna keep her single. He's gonna get all these bad men, these horrible people. No, you need to stay single. You don't need a man. And the Bible says in these last days, see, you never been in a place where you're not taken care of by police. But now, just in a year or so, if not less, I say 6-7 months, it's going to be a godless place with no police. And God says one woman is going to ask a man with 7 wives, just let me be with you. Just let me be with you. Because she has no protection. No protection because she done chased away all the men. I don't need a man. I got money. Government's taking care of me. I got alimony and I got the taxes from those kids and I got baby food and I got food stamps and I got loans. I can go to college and I get high positions, what you did. But now you're 40 and you don't need a man. So now you turn into a lesbian. And now found out that the lesbians, they understand why men talk about the women because they don't give a doggone about them. A lot of lesbians saying, oh, I see what men are talking about now. Women are selfish. Not all women, not the godly ones. If you don't have a man and you have God, you're fine. You're going to do good. Oh, no, I didn't say if you say Jesus. I didn't say if you say Jesus. How do you know if you say? Galatians 5. Look under that. Look under what the Holy Spirit brings to you. You need the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is going to take you to heaven. That's saved. That's real saved. If you don't have that, do you gossip? Do you lie? Do you cheat? Do you buy clothes off the street? Do you cheat at the store? Do you grab stuff off the store shelf? Do you put it in your purse? If you can get away with it, Do you cheat people? Do you lie? Are you mean all the time? You don't have patience? You're not saved. You can say you're saved. You can say you believe in Jesus. So does the devils in hell. And why are they in hell? Because they didn't do Jesus. They said Jesus. Now, where was I? Okay, let me see. I was at where we at? Ecclesiastes 1:9. See what did I read that? Ecclesiastes 1:9. Okay, please let's read it. I wasn't at Ecclesiastes, yeah. Ecclesiastes 1:9. Let's read that. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Let me tell you something. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. 21, 18. Let me tell you, it's going to be a terrible thing. You heard what Ecclesiastes 1:9 says. And let me see, verse 21. Let's see what this says. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Verse 21. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's go to verse 21 too. Let's go to verse 21 and read until 21 and keep going from there. Let's read verse 21. Okay, for there is a man whose labor is in wisdom and in knowledge and in the equity. Yet the man that has not labored therein shall leave for his portion, and there's also vanity and great evil. For this 22, for what had a man of all of his labor and of his vexation of his heart, wherein has he labored under the sun? For all his days are sorrow, for his travail in grief, yet in grief, all his, let's see, just do 23 again. For all his days are sorrows, and his travail grief. Yea, his heart taketh not rest in the night. Also, this is also in vanity. You got to understand something. Vexation, the vexation you have when you turn from Christ. The meaning of vexation is a spirit, a deep inner state of distress and frustration. Okay, turmoil from the uselessness of life. That's how you think. Money and things just don't do it for you. When you have all the money you need, it just don't do it for you. The pursuit of struggling to find the meaning of your life. Do a lot of women tell you that? Emptiness, disappointment, spiritual unrest, chasing fleeting worldly things rather than the spiritual fulfillment. It causes your soul to be disturbed or harassed by a tormenting spirit, a suppression of divine guidance. You see what's going to happen here? You got to understand is that in 1 Samuel 16:14, there was a tormenting spirit put upon him because he don't do what God tells him to do. He don't study. He's going to do what he want to do, think what he want to think. He don't think that the Bible is telling you how these last days is going to come, how they're going to come about. And I just want to let you know that what's going to happen to us has already happened. It's happened before in a shadow. It wasn't us, but it was in shadow. Read that again. Nothing new is under the sun. So God is telling me it's going to happen again the same way in World War II. You have the ice cream man now, the ice cream men who are going around grabbing, throwing out all of the Venezuelans or Puerto Ricans or whatever. And then back in World War II, you had the Gestapo. They did the same exact thing. But it was with the little hat people. And then you have the head of us, and his name was Hitler, and he had the Gestapo. They tormented the people of God. Of the 19 cities that they want to put National Guard in, all of them have black mayors. Of the 19 cities that they're putting the National Guard or want to put the National Guard in, they have black mayors. Of the 19 cities that they're putting the Guard in, the National Guard in, they all have black mayors. They're going to torment the people of God. And they're putting it right in your face. It's already happened, but with the people that said they were us. They smashed their businesses. They told them they can't work anymore. They told them they can't have any jobs anymore. They told them they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. Then they put them in concentration camps. And the German people agreed. They didn't like it, but they agreed. They still love God. Who's going to put us, who's the Egyptians? Who's the German people? The Christians today. See how they're going off into homosexuality, into all of these dance things in church, that they don't have the Spirit of God anymore. And so it's already happened. The Gestapo is here. It's harassing everybody. But you think because they're not on you yet, all of this is for you. They're getting rid of people who might get on your side. Because if he just came straight at us, other people might get on our side. And that'd be too strong for them. So they got to get rid of everybody. All of these people that don't look like us, like them. And they're doing a good job. They did what, 4 or 5 million people so far? They got to get rid of all of these people and then us. And the Gestapo, the ice cream people, and the head of us, who's sending the Gestapo, is going to send us into prison. And they're going to torment us. They're going to torment us. You know, Paul says, that he had what is called, let me look here. A stigmata. Paul said that he had marks on his flesh that proves he's a man of God, that he's been through. You think that we have been through, but I'm here to tell you we haven't been through. We haven't been through, people. You think Paul said that he has the marks on his flesh from, let me see here. Did I write that down to read? Let me read. Hold on just 1 minute. I'm sorry. Let me read this 1 second here. I didn't write it down, but he said he had a stigmata on his body. The stigmata is a mark, like the slaves had. It was a print or a firebrand. They were branded and they were whipped and they were beat. And Paul was whipped and he was beat and he was bricked. He was stoned, I should say. And he has the marks on his body to prove that he's fighting for God. Now, the people today aren't really fighting for God because the whips are coming. They're going to stone you for being for Christ. And now your stigmata is coming. Are you going to accept the stigmata? Are you going to accept the stigmata that you've been fighting for Christ? Are you going to accept that stigmata? Because the whips are going to come. Do you love Christ? Yes, they're going to beat you. Do you love Christ? Yes, they're going to throw you in prison. Do you love Christ? Yes. And the ones that don't get stigmata, don't get the beatings and the whippings and the loss of their jobs, the loss of their homes, and the loss, they're going to hell. There's nothing new under the sun. Just look at World War II, what happened to those people that say they were us, and see what they went through, and see how they were taken to a new land and they were free. They had their own land again. Same thing's going to happen to us. The whole world gave them money. The whole world said they were us. They said it was. The whole world gave them money. They are the richest people on the face of the planet. But we're going to be done a different way because we will not lose our power ever again. Look at World War II. Look what happened to them. Look where they went. Look how they went back into the promised land. And that's the same thing is going to happen to us. So now you can dictate, you can turn the page. Each page, you can see how soon it is before we get back into the land. God bless you.